We're going to kind of continue on this train. We talked a lot about children and sleep. Man, that's one of the biggest factors for a lot of us of why we've struggled through seasons of our life with sleeping. But there are a lot of other things that we want to talk about in the realm of kids. And so, well, who better than a mama of two cute little babies to chat more through some of our natural solutions for kids. So, Courtney, I'm going to let you take it.
Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. So as we talk about oils for kiddos, we want to talk about safety because we all love our kiddos and we want to know that the products that we are using with our kids are safe. So that's where purity comes in, and purity matters. We could have a whole talk on this, but rest assured, I want you to know that doTERRA has the highest quality essential oils on the planet, and you can trust these oils with your kiddos. So when using oils for kiddos, you want to dilute properly. And so dilution is huge. We have this nice little dilution chart here. If you don't have this chart, take a screenshot or reach out to whoever invited you and get this chart, as it is going to help you use your oils confidently. Then we also want to just mention sensitive areas. So typically just use common sense. We kind of know what those sensitive areas are, but basically you don't want to apply oils to the eyes, inside the ears, inside the nose, things like that. And then some other areas that might be sensitive are like the bottoms, the chest, and also the face. And so just use caution and proper dilution when applying to those areas. Sometimes we need to apply to those areas to address concerns. So like, don't be afraid to, you are empowered, but just use proper dilution with that. And then consistency is key. We want to use our oils consistently and reapply for utmost effectiveness. So every 3 to 4 hours is kind of what we recommend. So we are going to dive into some of the biggest issues that we as mamas face. Teething is one of them, especially for those of us with littles. My top recommendation is just applying Copaiba essential oil directly to the gums and just massaging it into the gums. I like to just put my finger on the top of the bottle and like tip it and then massage into those gums. You can also make a roller ball with a few different oils that you can just rub along the jawline and to those areas of concern. So that can be as simple as 2 to 5 drops of Siberian fir, lavender, and Roman chamomile. If you don't have Roman chamomile, you can substitute frankincense in for that instead. For dry skin, you can solve most dry skin issues by applying a drop of lavender and Roman chamomile to an unscented lotion to that area of concern. And then if you are experiencing more persistent skin issues, we recommend that you add Terrazyme into like applesauce if they're not old enough to swallow that capsule. And that is actually going to help heal the skin from the inside out, as a lot of skin issues stem from the gut. And then comfrey salve is also awesome to address any concerns. Going on to rashes, lavender, tea tree, frankincense, and Roman chamomile are going to be your go-tos. We actually have an all things skin spray with lavender, tea tree, and frankincense. That is great to use. And comfrey salve added into the mix. That's usually going to help you take care of any of those sorts of issues. Moving on to wounds. As a mom of 2 little boys, we deal with this a lot. So helichrysum and frankincense and Correctex are our best friends. They go with us everywhere. And helichrysum is a great oil to have on hand. It's a little spendier, but is worth every penny because you guys, this oil helps actually clot the blood, which is huge for injuries. And frankincense and helichrysum rollers are so easy to use and they don't sting. Correctex, though, is awesome because it does not have petroleum in it like Neosporin and other similar products on the market. And it is going to help prevent infection. It's going to cleanse that area and is really effective for any sort of injury. I have to share a little testimony with wounds, though, you guys. With my 2 little boys, they often are like wild and reckless and hit their heads. And they get these like massive welts and bruises on their head. And I cannot tell you enough. I wish I had before and after pictures on the slide for you. I don't have any. But they get these like massive welts, and frankincense and helichrysum just rolled onto that area will literally make it look like it has healed for like days in a matter of their 3 hour nap. So I cannot tell you enough to get those things in your home. Moving on to digestive issues, though, we have some really great options here: Tamer, Digestion, PB Assist Plus, Fiber, and Terrazyme. So basically any sort of digestive issue that's like shows up occasionally, you want to reach for Tamer if you have really little littles, or Digesten for your olders. Really great products that are going to address whatever issues you are facing, especially if you're dealing with some sort of tummy bug. Digesten is kind of formulated more so for adults, but is safe for kids. And it is really great for mamas with kiddos dealing with like more chronic issues, especially related to constipation. So give those a try. And then also PBSs Plus. We're talking about like healing from the inside out. That is our probiotic fiber. It is going to help create a healthy microbiome so your child can thrive in all the ways. So our fiber, doTERRA fiber, has insoluble and soluble fiber plus vitamin C and lemon essential oil. And it is just going to be a really great supplement to reach for as needed or daily if that matches your situation. But often we need fiber in our diets and we're not really getting it. So keep that in mind. And then another supplement I would highly encourage you to consider is Terrazyme. That's a digestive enzyme that is really just going to support your child's gut and digestive system in doing what God created it to do. That can be taken in a capsule for olders, or again, mix it in applesauce for your littles. Tantrums. Okay, I have a 2.5-year-old and a 19-month-old, and tantrums are real, you guys. So these are great oils that we would recommend for tantrums: Aroma Touch, Calmer, Balance, Citrus Bliss, and Adaptive. And you might be wondering, like, okay, great. How do I use these? Well, I'm telling you that each child and situation is going to be different. So keep that in mind, but take away a couple of these ideas that I'm going to share and do what works best for you and your child. So first of all, I recommend if your child struggles during certain times of the day, then be proactive and try to give them choices during that time of the day. Make it choices that you are okay with, both of them choices you're okay with, and then try to apply oils in the diffuser before that time of day, or if you need to, like during that time of day. That's going to help create a soothing environment. And then also you can really empower your children by giving them an opportunity to smell the different oils and choose an oil that really like works for them, and then teach them how to use that oil. You can create a roller bottle of it. You can give it a fun name like Creating Calm. And then you can teach them that when they're upset or when they're dealing with big emotions or anxiety, that they can just roll that onto the palms of their hands and practice taking deep breaths, and then give them like an affirmation to help them like work through mental blocks there. Like, I'm going to get through this, or I'm going to be okay, or I am safe. That's really empowering for them. And then you as a mom are giving them control, and you're giving them skills and tools to manage those big emotions. Another thing I'd recommend for like littles who may not be able to do that, create a roller bottle in advance, and then you can apply that kind of when you see them starting to get worked up over something. If your child loves touch, like give them a massage with that oil, and you will be amazed at how that can just help them find their calm. But basically, the more consistently you are using your oils in these big emotion situations, the more your child is going to realize that it actually helps, and the more effective it will be. So involve them in the process. Moving on to sleep. So Laura just did a great job talking about this. She mentioned a lot of these things, but basically I love using Calmer and the Serenity Sleep Stick on the bottoms of the feet. That is just our bedtime routine. I also recommend diffusing oils as part of your bedtime routine. Kids really pick up on that, and it just helps set the tone for them, like, okay, yes, and now it's time for sleep. So I usually diffuse oils right as we're kind of beginning our bedtime routine. Serenity is a great option. However, there are lots of other great options out there. Then if you have like older kids, 6 years plus, you might consider giving them Serenity soft gels to just help them with sleep, especially if they're dealing with anxiety. That is going to be a really great tool for you. And then omega fatty acids are a really great thing to consider. Even for littles, we have this in liquid form because that is going to help support balanced blood sugars throughout the night, which is often a key reason why they aren't getting that really good quality sleep. Fevers. Okay, we all struggle with what to do with our kids when they experience fevers. One thing I want you to remember, Mom, is that fevers are actually a really important part of our body's immune system response. It's not something we need to fret about or fear. It's actually a really good sign that our body is doing what God created it to do, to heal. So we want to support that healing. And one of the best ways we can do that is our basic protocol. So it is 4 oils. You can put them in roller bottles, pre-make them. So it's just really easy to do. And that's frankincense, tea tree, aroma touch, and peppermint. And just apply those again, ideally in like roller bottles. So you don't even have to think about it. So the spine and the bottom of the feet. And you can do that every 3 to 4 hours. And you will be amazed at what that is going to do for your little. Then we want to talk about back to school. It is that time of year, and we want to support our kids with focus, immune support, and dealing with any sort of things for our olders that come with that age. So for focus, help your kid find an oil they love. These are our top recommendations. There's no right or wrong here. Just whichever one you have or that your kid really gravitates toward. You can teach them to apply this to their temples or to their wrists and even their hands, and just to take those deep breaths to help them calm down, stay grounded, and to be able to focus. Then immune support is huge. So we have some great oils you can apply to the bottoms of their feet daily. Again, you can pre-make rollers of these, and that is going to be great to just support them with daily immune system support, or you can use it as needed, whatever you're comfortable with. And then for those with older kids, that's not me, but I worked with junior high and high school students. So this is a thing. Teen acne, hormones, they deal with it, and we want to help them feel supported and empowered. So we have an HD clear line that's just pre-made, easy to use, ready to go. Or we have this amazing DIY face wash. The recipe is on the screen. Take a screenshot of that. Really great for supporting your teens with acne. And then hormones, Clary Calm, I cannot recommend enough. Easy roll on, easy go to. And then lifestyle tips, just remember to watch out for synthetic ingredients. They're hidden in feminine care products, beauty care products. Like, be mindful about what you're applying in and on the body. And then try to eliminate products that have those xenoestrogens that are going to disrupt your hormones. So